Aries, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of June 2026, and I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Aries. There's a hair hanging, and I saw it, and I thought I could ignore it, but I couldn't. Anyways, the overall energy for the reading, come on, you little fucker. The Four of Swords. Trying to take it easy here. Trying being the key word. Trying to take it easy, chill as much as possible. There's a lot of stuff going on. But in the starting off the reading, you get the Seven of Pentacles crossed by the King of Wands. Yeah, I think it's working out though. Whatever it is that you're trying to keep yourself cool, grounded, collected, I think it's working out because I see you pretty focused on something you're working on. So you're trying to be, at your best capacity there, and I think it's working out for you. In your focus, the Hermit, again, a sense of just kind of going within, just keeping steady, keeping balance as much as possible. In the recent past, the Nine of Wands, a little bit of resistance to something there. In your Strength, the Chariot. Why did I get this one? Something like you're on the right track, you're okay, you're good with whatever it is you're doing, you're on the right track. But for some reason, I heard it before I saw it that you're on the right track. I heard it like, am I? Kind of questioning a little bit. Not all the times, but sometimes kind of maybe thinking that, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not in the right place with this one, I think you are. Energetically speaking, it shows up that, yeah, you are. In the immediate future, the Nine of Swords, stressing out about something there, supporting this reading, the Two of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot on your mind. I think there's a lot that's going on around you. Like, you're doing great and all with keeping yourself composed and keeping yourself pretty balanced through it all, but I got the sense from the get-go that there's a lot of commotion around you, energetically speaking at least, and it's gonna get to you somehow. So this energy shows up as if you're too much in your head at times, and like it's getting to you, whatever's going on. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Judgment card. I'm not sure if this talks about a massive, almost life-changing type of decision, or I do get the sense that some things are changing. So a lot is happening. Like from an energetic perspective, I see a lot happening. Let's say I see 80% of the energy kind of going nuts there around you. And what you're experiencing is just maybe about 30 to 40%. But even that feels like a lot to you. And it's not everything. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background too. In your hopes and fears, the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, changes. Something's changing. Something's shifting here. In the potential outcome, the Ace of Swords. Okay, you're doing something there. You're taking action, maybe initiating something. I don't know, but let's clarify. Let's see what's up. I'm sorry to say, which I'm not. Hold on. You're gonna hear a little noisy situation. Okay, better. I was feeling a little chilly from the fan, so I turned it down. But in order to turn it down, you gotta turn it up. Anyways. For the Four of Swords, you get the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of that going on in the collective from what I noticed. So you're trying your best to focus on what you have ahead of you, right? Like this is what I'm dealing with. This is where my focus is at. But there's also something you're leaving behind, which needs your attention too. So you're giving it in both sides, in both parts. Okay, as much as I want to put everything I got onto what's ahead of me, I also got to pay attention to what I'm leaving behind, which you are. So you're kind of alternating between the two, or kind of doing both at the same time. Okay, let's do the 7 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 9 of Swords. Why does this come back as guilty pleasure almost? So let's say you're completing a project at work or something, and it's very satisfying to you, right? It's like, oh my God, yeah, I did this, you know? You're almost showing me that you feel guilty there. Like almost like I shouldn't be happy, or I shouldn't be proud of this, or I shouldn't. So there's a sense of guilt you're showing me in there, and I'm not sure I understand why, because I get why. It's because of the part you're leaving behind, but I don't know how that affects you in your achievements here, to the point of feeling guilty about, you know, feeling good about whatever's going on here, whatever achievements you're kind of accomplishing here. It's almost like you're taken away from yourself. You know, when something good happens, like, yeah, cool, okay, next, you know, because like you're afraid to, like you feel guilty to feel good about something or something. I don't know, something like that. It's a little weird, because it's like one has nothing to do with the other unless you make it, you know. King of Wands, you get the 7 of Cups, the Empress, the Tower. You may be moving on from something here. I mean, not may, for sure you're moving on. The energy is very clear. It's how you do it, how you're moving on. You're kind of giving me a result of this moving on. You're giving me the result of it is that whoever is part of what you're putting behind you is crushed or something. Like there's a lot of acknowledgement over, it's not just, okay, I'll just walk out the door, I'll close the door behind me and I'm not going to give a shit. No. It's a lot of, I see what's happening, you know? So there's a lot of acknowledgement there. Over the aftermath, the consequences of you leaving something behind you. And how it may impact others, especially. Let me do the Hermit. In your focus, you get the Lovers, the Page of Cups, the 4 of Cups. Okay, you're still there though, like you haven't left. But you're in a process of leaving or something like that. So the process has opened up for you. You started going through that process, but you're not out the door. Yeah, you're still here. You're a little bit upset that you're still here, but you're still here. And you're trying your best to cope with that, to be present as much as you're maybe upset that this isn't wrapped up or something. You're still, well, since I'm here, I might as well make the best of it, you know? So something like that. You're trying to, because the end result, I see you upset, so I'm not sure how well that's working out, but for the 9 of Wands in the recent past, you get the 6 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, the 2 of Cups. You're shutting down here slowly but surely to any type of, like, let's say if in the past I came to you and I wanted to talk to you about something, you're shutting it down. You may be saying, yeah, sure, yeah, let's talk, but you're not there, you're not present. So you're shutting it down. Any type of energy that moves in your direction from this situation that right now you're in the process of leaving behind, you shut down to it, you reject. You know? So again, even if you are present in the physical, you're shut down. You're not there. You're there, but you're not there. For the Chariot in your strength, you get the Emperor, the 3 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. It's a painful process, even for you. And that's where this doubt at times is kind of, you know, making room there for you. It's showing up from time to time, the questioning of it all. The, hey, am I doing this Like, is this right? Is this really right? Because I feel like it's right for me, but like, is this for real right? It's because overall, this is a painful process for you. So, you know, but you're learning as you go. The doubts, that part, the questioning, the all of that, kind of normal, kind of part of the process. Because again, it's such a painful process for you as well. But yeah, again, I love the fact that you're showing up with the Page of Pentacles at the end and kind of giving me a sense of I'm learning as I go here. For the Nine of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Justice card, the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Remember when we went back to the past and I told you, hey, you shut down over there to whatever was coming from this side, this other side, opposite of you, you were shutting down. I feel like you're starting to realize that you did shut down, and that the minute you realize that, that's when you kind of backtrack and you're like, okay, at that moment in time I shut down, and I stayed shut down until now. I think from a logical perspective, it kind of hits you that something about it is not necessarily right, either for you or for the situation, you know, kind of like, okay, how do I make it right though? You know, like what makes it right? Is there anything that makes it right? Like, can I open up or open back up to this? Or is it not right, the fact that I'm still here but I'm shut down to whatever the situation is? So it's not really fair to the situation. So you're starting to really kind of place logic on it all and find somewhere within your shutting down that something is not right about that. And it's starting to get to you, to the point of, I think you're trying to come up with a solution for that. For the Two of Swords in the supportive energies, you get the Two of Swords again, the Two of Pentacles, the Temperance card. I mean, I feel like you're trying to reach for a conclusion, for hey, I need to know what's going on here. You're in the middle of a mess. You can't have a conclusion to it quite yet. I feel like you're trying to grab at something, like I need to know this, I need to know that. The way this process is unfolding, you're kind of in the middle of a pocket of it in which you're in the dark there. You don't know shit about shit. You know, you shouldn't. That's the pocket you're in right now, in which there is no conclusion. There is no, you know, it's ongoing. The only thing that you should know about this is that you're in the middle of a process here that is not completed. Thus, no conclusion to it. So give it time. Stop looking for those conclusions, because you won't find them right now. You know, not until this process is somewhat completed, at least when you're closer to the end of it. You're not there. You're not there yet. So there's nothing to look for. When you do that, you place yourself in your mind and you're trying to create all sorts of scenarios and stories in there, and it's just wasted energy, and it's just kind of keeping you stuck. You know, for the Judgment card and the hidden energies, you get the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. This is all for your growth. This is all for you to be happy. Whatever is going on here, whatever process is unfolding, as kind of ironic as it seems, because it's feeling like crap most of the times, it's all for your happiness. You know? It's all for your growth. It's all for you to come out of this feeling like a better Aries, basically, you know, and happier especially. So it's one of those that's going to require a lot of trust on your end, that is what's waiting for you once this process is done, you know, lots of happiness. And I know it's going to be hard, because when we're in this type of, oh my God, what the fuck? You know, you don't see that. You're like, okay, what? Is this going to feel different at some point in time? Nah, you know. Well, I guess you'll see. For the Wheel of Fortune in your hopes and fears, you get the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Seven of Wands. I mean, you're presenting this as if, change is required for me to carry a sense of independence, a sense of, relying on myself and landing on my own 2 feet. And there's something about independence here, but it does require change for you to land in this energy. And that's what this has been about, all of this. And as much as you're kind of in there, like, fighting for your independence and all of this, you're also rejecting that aspect of you. Like, no, I don't, I would love to have it easier where there's somebody I can lean on and it's better that way. But at the same time, I want to be independent and I want to, So all of this is for you. It does involve another person. You are taking into consideration the other person too as you go. But ultimately, it's all going to be about you and your own growth and your own, clarity over what it is that you're seeking, what it is that you want for yourself, in a better way than you have it here. For the Ace of Swords, for the potential outcome, you get the 5 of Wands, the Sun, the Page of Swords. You may do some things that for you feel fucking amazing, but you're doing something for sure there that almost is interpreted as shallow from the outside, but it's not. It's actually something that's making you really, really happy just because you're doing whatever it is you're doing there. You will be met with resistance from somewhere. Somebody's not going to like that. I'm not sure if you're going to give a shit, basically, because I still see you doing it. There's others around you, or at least one other energy or more, that are bitching about it, like, oh, what are you doing? You're like, yeah, whatever. So you're still doing it, doesn't matter. So I think that's the point in which you're starting to notice results, if you become aware of that, results of this kind of doing something for yourself. As long as it's going to feel happy for you, you're going to do it. It doesn't matter who's going to have a problem with it, because it's not their thing, it's yours anyway. So it's like all of this is leading up to that moment in which you do whatever the fuck feels right for you. No matter the complaints around that. Because you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for you. Interesting. This is a process for you. All of it. And you're already starting to see results there. Now, I don't know what you're doing there. It doesn't seem like something big. It actually seems quite small, but it's so bothersome to other energies that I think that's the point. Like, okay, how is that going to impact you? And you're like, whatever. I'm still going to do it. Okay. Anyways, from the universe for you as a final advice, you get the 7 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. Basically the same thing. Through this process of walking away from something that no longer serves you, because basically that's what's going on here, you're learning to love yourself more and more, because it's showing you the opposite of, okay, well, if I stay here with something that's no longer good for me, then how do I love myself when I do that? You don't. When you walk away from it, that's when you start loving yourself, because you recognize, hey, this is not good for me. Okay, I should start walking in the opposite direction then. That's self-love. And basically, this is what this whole journey is for you. It's not about, oh, it's a breakup, or it's this, or it's that. Yeah, sure, it's taking into consideration all sorts of other factors, not just, oh, if I'm okay, I don't give a shit about anything else. No. But the way you're navigating through it all, I dig it. I think it's cool. The normal amount of questioning the process at times. You are going to be required throughout the process to just trust the process, which is going to be very hard. But I think you're going to end up, fuck it, I'll just trust it. What do I got to lose, But let's do the wisdom of the Oracle. Truth be told, number 14. Oop. Oh, there it is. Essential meanings. Honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. The Oracle's message. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective, according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is, peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion, will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and Spirit will answer with miracles. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.